Let's bring the March 2nd, 2023 meeting to order. Salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, roll call.
Mr. Cullen,
Mr. Cullen is excused.
Ms. Curran. Here. Mr. D'Angelo.
Here.
Mr. Poliakipo.
Here.
Mr. Parola.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Stiltner.
Here.
Ms. Paglione. Here. And Mr. Chicoletti.
Here. Mr. Solicitor, report.
Yes, briefly, thank you, Mr. President. There was an executive session that started at 6:30 tonight, ended right before this meeting started. All board members who were present at this meeting were present at the executive session, along with Dr. Davis, Mr. McHugh, the athletic director, myself. Informational items and personnel items were discussed at the executive session. And that's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Trullo.
welcome.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I motion.
Mr. D'Angelo, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Poliakipo. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Reports, Dr. Davis.
Yes, in your packet, I have for your information, I have the amendment to the agreement from the IU. We had Dr. Schaefer work with us with the IU regarding the comprehensive plan. What's happening among the state, that school districts were extended with the new incoming governor that pushed back the date for the comprehensive plans for school districts to be completed by June 30th. So this is just an extension of an agreement that we had up to March 30th, so extended to June with regard to that. Also in your packet for information is the 2023-24 calendar. Being a graduate and former superintendent here, I know the traditions here regarding starting school after Labor Day. Graduation, we always like to do that on a Tuesday. That's within the scope of the calendar. Also on the reverse side, I left you some notes, so parents, I don't have to send letters out anytime there's a change because of inclement weather, etc. The calendar is subject to future change and revision as needed. Parents need to know that. And also, no school for the first 2 inclement weather days. Following that, remote learning will take place. On the calendar, we do have a snow makeup day. If we get snow between now and that particular day in March. Other than that, schools will be closed if we don't have to use that day for a snow day. So it's just much more easier and manageable and understandable to the parents knowing that we have a built-in snow day. And for those snow days, our students like to have a snow day as well as our staff. So we go past 2, it becomes the virtual learning situation. But it gives them enough time to make sure their sons and daughters have their iPad, those kind of things, because a lot of our parents do work. So it's all about communicating and giving the staff, the parents an opportunity to plan. Also, for the first time, we have, from the guidance counselor, we have the 23-24 marking period dates. So parents know, and this is alluded to when you have parent conferences that deal with when we get to that Thanksgiving, and I understand that that's close to a holiday, but what it is, it provides the staff an opportunity to get their grades. So when they have these parents come in for parent conferences, they have information to share with their parents regarding the academic part, regarding to that. But now they're listed. This will change only if there's snow and we have to close schools, okay? Because it's like 45 to 48 days within a marking period. So if we have to close schools, we know we have to naturally make that up if it goes past that snow date that's already in the calendar. And finally, I know Mr. Natasha's not here for personal reasons that I'm aware of. Mr. Natasha and Ms. Heather Nichols, who was also a science teacher, visited a school district that is well known for the STEM program. This is an area that we're planning to bring to the high school. We'll talk more in the coming months regarding that. So you see how that stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So that's an exciting kind of program that would also offer our kids an opportunity to deal with an area that is definitely out there beyond that we would love to have our kids part of. So that's something that we feel is exciting. We do have the staff internally that will be able, when all said and done, do that program, okay? And I'll talk about that as we go through the couple of months. That's the end of my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. That's a good idea with that calendar, with the snow days.
Thank you. We'll vote on
Good
that
work on that.
next board meeting.
What's that?
We vote on that next board
Yeah,
meeting.
that's a great idea.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Rosato, elementary principal.
Hi. So today, we celebrated Read Across America Day, which is synonymous with Dr. Seuss's birthday. The teachers invited guest readers in. I believe we had 35 guest readers, including Ms. Paglione, who read in her daughter's class, as well as bussed over about 10 football players with Mr. Ciotti, and they coordinated with the fourth grade, and so it was a great day. Our community members that joined us had some light refreshments in the library. Ms. Cheswaldy was a guest reader, but she was also here all day, just hosting all of our guest readers. Some were retired teachers, some were first responders, family members. It was just a really lovely day, and we're glad to kind of have some of those traditions back and that community engagement, which is so important to the success of our school. Angela O'Brien from the PTA organized a DJ dance party for all the students who participated in the Miss Chocolate fundraiser in the fall. That happened a couple of weeks ago. It was a fun afternoon of dancing and playing games. On the 21st was a professional development day for our teachers, and Mr. Nastasi and I collaborated to enable our middle school teachers, grades 6 through 8, to engage in additional collaboration over content areas. They worked together to look at vertical alignment of curriculum and and how we will foster that ability for them to work together for the remainder of the school year on developing curriculum. And we're so fortunate in our school district to have so many of our teachers that have leadership skills that are able to lead this work. So that took place. Yesterday, we were able to take some of the children on a limo lunch. So what's a limo lunch? Well, again, from the Miss Chocolate fundraiser in the fall, certain children sold a certain amount, and it gained them yesterday's limo lunch ride. It was a party bus. We rode around town with some music blasting and lights flashing and had a nice lunch at Pizza Town. Miss O'Brien organized that. It was a lot of work. It was very well organized. We appreciated it. I ran with the K-2 group, and Mrs. Simo went with the 3rd through 6th graders. So that was a ton of fun. And then finally, on the report, you can see I included some of our pictures from a very well-attended daughter's dance that took place this past Friday on the 24th. We had 215 of our most beautiful little ladies here who had a fun night of dancing with whoever their special guests that they brought with them. And I'd like to thank my PAC group of parents who were volunteered here that evening, as well as the many staff members and teachers who helped out just to make it possible. As a side note, as part of the federal programs report, the Daughters Dance is hosted by PAC, which is our Title I Parent Advisory Council. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Rosado.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay, comprehensive plan. That just has to be mentioned, correct? Okay, we're still working on that. Public participation. Anyone from the public would like to speak on anything?
Good evening. My name's Will Mellers. I'm the Cub Master for Cub Scout Pack 1681. First of all, I want to say thank you for allowing us to use the facilities here at the school to have our pack meetings. We've had a very successful year. In addition to our, not year, but past 3 months. So in addition to our weekly pack meetings, we've actually been able to participate in the holiday parade. We did a 3.5-mile walk around Silver Lake and actually cleaned up 3 trash bags full of trash that we picked up and cleaned up there. We visited the police station, and they gave us a tour of all their facilities there, which the kids were very eager and interested to learn. And we've handed out over 150 belt loops or pins, and those belt loops and pins represent the different tasks that the scouts have to learn to earn their rank, to be able to move up to the next level. So in addition to these things, we have several months of planning of activities coming up as well that I wanted to share. We have our Pinewood Derby that we're actually looking to have in this room right here in the coming couple weeks. We have scheduled a tour and sleepover on the Battleship New Jersey that our scouts will be able to participate in. We have our end of season kind of bridging party that's coming up as well. And we're also offering 2 summer camp opportunities for our scouts. So there's a day camp option where they can just get dropped off in the morning and then picked up at night from their parents, as well as an overnight opportunity that we're looking at doing where it's a 5-night stay where the scouts will be able to stay with the leaders for 5 days there. So in just these 3 short months, we started with 12 scouts that came over from another unit to build this new one, and we've recruited 10 additional scouts. So we've almost doubled in size in this amount of time. So I really want to thank you guys for all your support there. And anybody, if you're interested in learning more about Scouts, we welcome all of you to come and visit us, see us Tuesday nights. We meet here in the cafeteria at 6:30. As the weather gets nicer, we're going to be meeting outside and probably around different areas like Silver Lake and other places. We'll have our meetings as well because Scouts is designed to be in the outdoors as it is. Welcome to come visit us, and if you'd like any other information, you're welcome to email me. My email is mellorsw, that's mellorsw @yahoo.com. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions about Scouts and interests, whether they want to join our group or even other Scouts in the area. I'm also a member of the commissioner group, which actually helps other units get started in the area as well. So I'm helping support the whole district and council of Washington's Crossing for the Boy Scouts of America in our area.
Tell me a little bit about the Battleship New Jersey. What is that, a sleepover?
Yes, so they actually have sailors, retired sailors, right, that give us a tour of the entire ship, take us around all the different stations and all the equipment that they have there. We get to sleep over in the bunks that the sailors actually slept in, and then there's an additional tour and like a presentation. I know Sandy has gone before. I don't know if you want to add on to that.
Yes, so we actually got to sleep in the bunks that are 18 inches apart, and you have a renewed interest for our military and our sailors, and especially our Navy. The scouts are able to touch and handle absolutely everything. They are able to go around, and the night we were there, it was a very special night. They actually set off some of the giant guns, and they don't do that apparently all the time. It was a very special occasion. But we got to see 2 of those giant guns launched off, which was amazing. They just walk you up and down all over that ship. And you just, I mean, it's just really amazing. So we're doing that April 22nd.
That's great. Good job. One day I'll get to visit the Battleship. Go ahead, anything else?
I'm done mine. Do you have
Okay.
anything you want to add, Sandy?
Hi, I'm Sandy Jimenez. I'm also with PAC 1681. I didn't prepare any long statements. He said most of what I wanted to say. We grew from 12 scouts to now having 21 registered. We have 4 kids who are definitely coming to try it out. I just was on the phone with a guy last night. We've grown. We've grown with our youngest and our oldest, which are our most important groups. So we are going to have 4 Lions, which are kindergartners, and we have 3 Arrow of Light Weeblo Scouts, 2 of which are here tonight. We've grown with wolves. We've grown with people out of the borough, people out of Bristol Township. Also in that time, we also did our pancake breakfast, which was our first huge fundraiser. This past weekend, we actually, 15 scouts, 15 of our 21.
Went to a cabin and slept over for 2 nights. Some of them mostly slept for 1, but
We did cabin camping, which was really awesome. I will take this anytime over Akanikin. But it's been a really productive time, and I just wanted to say thank you for your support. I also found out that Will and I went to a roundtable for scouting, and when we went, one of the people pulled me aside and said, "Do you realize Your PAC is the first one to start up in this area in our council in over 10 years. So it's a huge accomplishment, and they've actually promoted this gentleman right here to a position on the council because they're so impressed with the job he's doing.
Great.
So,
Congratulations.
I'm Jackson Jimenez, and I love Scouts because I earned so many belt loops and badges.
Great. All right. Gentlemen, go ahead.
thank you.
Go ahead, let him
I
say
am
something.
Liam Mellers, and I just want to say Scouts is really fun for like all the bears, weeblos, like you don't know. And I just I
Gentlemen,
Let's give him a hand.
you want to say something? Come on.
Thank you, good job.
Here, he wants to say something. Come on, you want to say something?
And can I just introduce,
say something?
this is
No?
one of our 5th graders, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
And Tristan was adamant against joining Scouts Forever. Adamant. And now we've converted him, so.
Congratulations, Tristan. You have something to say? Go ahead.
And no.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Keep the good work up. Good job.
job.
Anyone else from the public?
Congratulations.
Okay, this closes public participation. Let's get to our agenda. New business, item A.
Okay, Mr. President, I motion that we approve to extend the agreement between the Bristol Borough School District and the Bucks County Intermediate Unit for comprehensive plan service to July 30th, 2023.
Do I have a second?
I'm sorry,
June.
June 30th, I apologize.
Second. Who seconds this?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries.
Item
Seven,
7.
personnel.
Personnel. Item A, Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire the following supplemental position of JV baseball coach to be split 50% each, rate of 40% of the $4,000 as per master agreement, effective the 2022-2023 school year, pending clearance approval, and that would be split between Dan Ayala and Antonio Ruiz.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item B.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire the following day-to-day substitute at the rate of $115 per day with no benefits as per the master agreement, effective the 2022-2023 school year, and that would be Amber Bruger.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglione. Questions? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item number C.
Mr. President, I motion that we approve to accept the resignation of Jerry Devine as varsity basketball coach, effective immediately.
Do I have a second? Mrs. Paglione. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Okay, our next public school board meeting is scheduled for March the 16th, 2023. I'll go around the horn now. Mr. Smith?
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate the Lady Warriors for a terrific season and a great job to the Cub Scouts and the team that's leading them. It was very impressive hearing what you had to say today. And I hope your schools just keep growing. Great job. Kelly, thanks for your update. And that's all for me today.
Ms. Curran?
All right, thank you. Yes, I'd like to extend, it's amazing that you're not only the first club or scouts in 10 years, but that you're growing and that the kids are energetic about it, which is awesome. For the tactical school, the drama performance this year will be the Addams Family, and the dates are March 16th, 17th, and 18th, and it's posted on their social media pages as well. And they'll be having a college and career fair on March the 22nd. And then I just want to share a little information about Family Services Association of Bucks County that we have here at 2 Canal End Lane here in the borough. They have specific resources that are available for families. Tuesday night parent support groups
bilingual group programs on Wednesdays, such as 24/7 Dad at 5:30 p.m. and Nurturing Parenting at 11 a.m. They also offer in-home visiting programs, and all Bucks County residents can take advantage of their food, diaper, pet, and personal care pantry located at their Langhorne office. Thank you.
Brianna, the career night, is that when the colleges come in?
I believe so. I can find out
Dr.
more
Davis, do you
information
know?
on that, though.
Or is that,
Yes,
that's when, so
I'll know more about that.
next meeting? Okay, when is that set for?
March the 22nd, so we'll have a meeting
We'll
before
have
that.
a meeting before that. Okay, remember that one. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Brianna. Mr. Pearl?
Yeah, I just want to thank Kelly and Nick and all the administrators, because they always do a good job. You know, they do all these activities, and they get, you know, it's always positive. And the scouts, great job. If you guys need anything at all, just ask us. I mean, just ask, and we'll give it to you. This is a good program, so wherever you think, if you need whatever, just ask, and we'll give it to you. I'm sure everybody up here would have no problem with it, you know? And I'd like to thank Jerry Devine. Good luck in the future. He did a great job coaching. And I guess that's all until Dr. Davis buys us dinner.
Don't hold your breath.
Okay.
Ms. Paglione?
I'd like to thank the Boy Scouts for coming tonight, and that was a great deal of information, and that's very nice that we have this program. Also, it was very nice today at the school for Reading Across America. It's a great program, and it's nice to see that there were so many volunteers that came in to read. It was very nice for the children. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Poliafka?
I just want to wish the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, whatever, continued good luck and success. Thanks to the staff and everybody, and wish Jerry Devine well, and thank him for his dedication to his many years of coaching the Bristol Boys basketball team. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Steltner?
I just want to mention, I know it's in April 15th, from 10 to 2, there's a town-wide cleanup day. Let's team up and clean up the borough. So I just wanted to mention that. I know there's part of our graduation policies, they need some volunteer hours, so it's a good opportunity for volunteers. It's a good opportunity for the scouts as well for volunteering. That's it.
Dr. Davis?
Yes, on behalf of my administrative team, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you collectively, individually. Without your support, we can't do what we need to do. And as I said last board meeting, let's keep moving forward, because I see good things ahead of us. Okay, our kids are interested. We were at the daughter, Ms. Rosado, how many dancers did we have that night?
215.
Okay, I had glasses on and blinking, I didn't know where I was, okay? The kids had a beautiful time. Parents were having a good time, and it's good to get that I would hate to say this, but it's good to get that Bristol feel back again. So again, I'd just like to thank the board for their support, and let's just keep moving forward.
There's a video out there of you dancing. Was that you, really? Yeah, okay. Okay, Mr. Trulove?
I have nothing to add after that.
Mr. D'Angelo?
Two things, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, the bocce at the high school. So we're competing to go to the regionals, and 3 o'clock, if you can't make it, there's a streaming link. It's out on many places on Facebook. It's on the Bristol Warrior page. I believe it's on the Bristol Communications page. You can just click on the link. No passwords, no buffering. You go right to the game. So if you can, appreciate your support. And then I know, just wanted to mention that it would be Wednesday, March 15th, as our National Honor Society is having their dinner. And I know all the board members, and they want you to let them know. And if you can, I hope to be there. I may have jury duty, but if I don't, I'll be coming in late, and it's a good thing to attend. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. D'Angelo. Okay, I just have one thing. The Bristol community lost a faculty member, retired faculty member, Miss Doreen McVan. She was our music teacher for over 40 years, and she was a very dedicated woman. And she even was in here subbing for us, during the pandemic. I always, would joke with her about that, and she said, "Oh, well, I got to do what I got to do." So I just wanted to say, we acknowledge that, her years of service here, and, may she rest in peace. Also, I want to congratulate the girls' basketball team, the Cub Scouts. That's, growing 100%. Wow, that's amazing. So keep up the good work, and if there's anything you need, like Mr. Prola said, please contact us. So with nothing else, could I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
So moved.